I did the combo. I turned after, I did this lottie again. So I was rushing him. I put him to like 5 straight off the bat. He couldn't do much. I just threw all my cards down and just went in on him. Plus I needed to go to the toilet, so it was like, okay, sure. So went into the like, he went into grade 3 turn. He had like some, I can't remember the grade 3, but he, like, it was like one of the main ones. So he went into it. Did a few little attacks off. It wasn't that much. And then like, okay, it was just that. And then I go into my stride turn. I was like, okay, cool. I have maximized stride. My hand's pretty perfect for this. Throw everything down. Just, there wasn't anything really to really explain. I just went generic attacked. He couldn't guard because I think I had a yeah, that was it. I had one loose silly. It was a grade 1 TR turn as well. One loose silly. Oh wait, no, that was it. Double loose sillies and double Layla. I thought there was no Layla on the board, so it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3. There was no restand with Tiara, so it was like 3 big attacks coming up. And then I think I got double crit on the draft check as well. So it was that 3 big attacks. Couldn't even guard the. He had to PG the first one, and then like from there he's like, okay, I'm gonna have to take the second one anyway. So I double crit him, even though he was on 5 damage. It was overkill, and I just completely destroyed the guy. And he goes, oh, okay, fair enough. Well, I couldn't do anything against Orange anyways because the amount of advantage I just gave straight off the bat with double lethal art. So it's like, whew, it's insane. So yeah, that was pretty much my game. What about yours?
I went up against Great Nature this time. It was actually a really fun match. It was a version that I hadn't researched. It was actually a big belly. It was a big belly. Yeah, it was a really unique version of Big Belly because it was Zoa Big Belly. Yeah, we had a really good back and forth, and then he just decides to hit me with Zoa, bringing out a grey belly and boosting it, so I couldn't guard with anything but triggers, but I couldn't guard with triggers.
Let's just say I watched
only zeros, but
I
no
was
triggers.
watching your game after mine, and he had a big hand, and you just had that Avenir turn. I was like, oh,
yeah.
No offense to you, Owen, but it looks like you've lost.
Yeah, I was really trying to get my resources up, and he was denying me. And he was denying my pushes, and he just went straight for. He actually like made it so I couldn't guard at all because it was only zeros but no triggers.
And then he decided to meme me out of the game. He goes, 1 punch Zoa!
Yeah.
And obviously you had a 3 card hand, so you're dead.
Yeah, I had a low card hand, but due to his skills, I couldn't actually guard at all. So yeah, I had to take that really massive flipping grey belly straight to the face, and just lost that one.
Cool. Last round.
Last round.
Because there was only 6 rounds.
Yeah, it was only 6 rounds.
6 rounds to Swiss. There were 88 teams in Premium.
Nice. Premium's good format.
Right. Ezel, I know this match at the back of my hand. Okay, but here's the thing. So for me, I have to ride either PG or Pack Goal to damage an item correctly because Royal Paladin can't afford to say end turn and not attack. They have to drive check. So I do that. He goes and does all his thing. And I think I must have been super exhausted or something because in fairness, this guy was damage checking like a fucking motherfucker. He literally went through all 4 of his draw triggers, and it was like the most biggest hand I've ever seen Ezel ever have. Front triggers, he even got front triggers so I couldn't attack his rear guard sometimes. He goes in, his 1 Ezel, 4 Excel markers in. Anyway, and I think I got too exhausted from all my other wins, so I don't know, I psych-walleyed so much into myself into exhaustion, because then I went Twin Sword, and then because I wanted to go for aggressive play, and I wanted to go for multiple attacks, but then I forgot one actual aspect. I didn't have a booster for Twin Sword when I did that, and then the guy legit was just like, that play literally just killed you. The right play was Twin Sword, but I didn't have the resources to do it, so I should have gone against a lot. And the guy just then proceeded to double crit me out of the game.
So as for my matchup, it was just like yesterday. I played against a Pale Moon opponent. And pretty much what happened was, I think this is the only game of the day that I legitimately didn't first ride Orange. I had to ride Twist. So I was like, okay, cool. That was it. Yeah, I went twice, and I got the spear combo off in combination. So there was that. So he was a bit salty about that. And I pretty much did that to him, got him to high damage. He had quite a strong first stride turn actually. He went into this new one where you put strides on your rear guards and then you just carry on doing attacks. And I just looked at him like, I saw the purple trees just come out and some other things come out and I was like, is this Howie or is this the loop build? I was like, please don't be loop build, I don't want holiday, I'm dead. Nope, no, and I thought to myself, oh, I might have lost this because of the way my hand was looking. My hand was so defensive, I had like 3 heal triggers, 3 PGs and that. I had like lack of offense, yeah, I still pushed him, it didn't make any sense. So he legitimately went on the attack, I guarded it all because of the amount of defense I have. The turn after, I legitimately went into Tiara, did this turn shenanigans, didn't have any loose cities. Really weird. So I did the crit combination with, and I'm so glad I played it now. Rune is a Chow Chow card. It's grade 1, gives a 2k on itself, front row, and then the other one's the bounce skill draw card with Chow Chow. But that doesn't matter. It was because it's got the Chow Chow name, and it's a GB2, so it gains the crit. So I had a massive power lane from that. So I can't remember what my other lane was. I think I had some setup lane, like with like at least a lot or something. Or grade 2. And I did a Tiara attack. He guarded that. I got double crit on drive check, threw them on the Rune, restood. I think I got heal trigger, and threw that on you Rune, attack with Rune. It goes, how much do you want no number or do you want you get PG? I got PG. Please tell me a number. First, okay, and we work out. 83k with crit, with triple crit. I'm like, how is it 83? So I threw him the Layla. I was like, yeah, GB2, good double power. It's a Chow Chow, it's a GB2. So, wait, this is a Chow Chow GB2. Because his teammate, okay, Owen's matchup was Bermuda, spoilers.
Again.
Yeah, so basically, I'd expect him to know how Bermuda plays. So that's exactly what happened. I had a Rune boosted by the crit, just straight up killed him, couldn't even heal out. And he said after the game, goes, so, but you said you were going to lose, didn't you? I was like, yeah, but I thought I had like a bad hand, but not really. So I ended up winning that. It seems like the same with Standard. What happened was, with both days, like I started badly, I got unlucky opponents, and then I creamed the last few opponents. And it was like the same with Premium. I started badly, for a different reason, obviously. And then after eventually, because Cardiff said to me, win your last 2 games, you might actually get a chance to go maybe top 8. I doubt it. Everyone was X1 anyway, so it didn't work. And I won my 2 games, but this guy didn't. He did win all his games today. It's fine. Like this guy, like I want to say this quickly as well. He did well in Premium. He did well in Standard. Me was average. It was an average matchup. So that was pretty much it. Anyways. Your game?
And my last game was against Bermuda Triangle, like you said, but this time it was Shizuku.
Shizuku Loop.
And Shizuku Loop.
Oh yeah, let me tell you about this loop quickly. So basically Shizuku Loop one, so with Fina, the new Grateful Fina, with combination with Shizuku. Fina's skill pretty much says, no, you put female on the Vanguard, you go double Potapori, if I remember correctly, this could be one. Yep. Double Potapori.
He
didn't get any Potapori?
No, he didn't get the loop up against me.
He didn't get the loop up, and he got a loop up against someone, because the way the Fina works is that if you, it turns all on hits to make it work if you Soul Blast 2. Soul Blast 2.
It's Fina Soul Blast 2, any attacks with an on hit ability trigger if they don't hit.
The enemies don't know this card, I knew so much about Bermuda Triangle. So yeah, he was like that plus Shizuku, but he didn't get it off on his matchup. Yeah,
no, he didn't get it off on me, but he I mean, the early game was fairly decent. I was able to get a few hits in. We were having a decent back and forth, and then when he started coming into the Shizuku, he went into the Shizuku stride, did all that, and I really couldn't guard with anything. He was able to kind of like pressure me into a really awkward play on my next turn, and which kind of really screwed me over, and I got the loss from that one because of just a power turn the turn after. Yeah, it was a long game, but it was more like generating skills and just things going off that kind of ran long.
It was just pretty much resource gathering, and
Yeah,
he outresourced you. It's
he
like why
outresourced me. He
Play
clearly outresourced me because like he had about 10, 12 card handlers to do second turn.
Yeah, because Shizuku can do that, and you can get Shizuku's got two lots of top 5s and just keep going with it really. So pretty much he got out-resourced out of the game.
I got out-resourced, and that was a loss for me.
Yeah. So
all in all, it was for the team. It was 2 wins, 4 losses on the premium day.
yeah, that's pretty much it really. Like
Sad.
I had well for sure. I think I mentioned that 4 times already. Mainly for premium, I feel like my opponents. I have to say this. Like my opponents seemed like semi-arrogant. Like a lot of them. I think I had all the hard opponents, all the annoying opponents. These guys had like friendly people, and like I lost every dice roll today.
I mean, I'll say that. I kind of want to. I don't think my opponents were per se nice. Salty, yes.
Yeah, okay, you had the salty ones. I had the arrogant ones. I had the
Speaking
arrogant
of
ones.
salt, going back to Connor's Victor matchup, because I've been keeping a record of like all our wins and losses. Like after his like Connor finished before I did, I sorted out my win. I noticed Colin finished his, and I just leaned over to Connor and said, "Hey Connor, what was your matchup?" He's like, "Victor, win or lose." And with that comment, it's like when with the comment of like, "Oh, did you win?" It's like, "You win." Yeah, it's like, and I just saw the face of the Victor player just go really salty. I caused salt without even playing the goddamn match.
Do you know what was even worse? You asked the guy, how do you spell it?
Right here.
Yeah. Like, how do you spell it? With a C or K? It's like, because I don't play Nova. I haven't seen Victor.
Alright, one more question before we end this video. Basically, what could we have all have changed? So with me, I feel like I went with the right option in the end. Originally I had like a tempo. I had like a really aggressive build, like aggressive build with Bermuda. I went more with tempo and kind of regretted it. Like there was like game loss in round 1, but like after tournament, the way the meta is at the moment for premium is that I feel like Orange has dropped half a tier minimum, same with discard turbo, and that the fact is I want to play Orange, but I don't know. I want to try out the new Melody build with Caro and whatnot, but it's like I'm not sure. But I'm not sure what these two will think about this because I kind of know what they're gonna say. But I kind of want to run Katrina Neo Nectar, but because between all our friend group, between all of our friend group, the only matchup and no playtesting was involved. I played against all of them, but Katrina. So nobody had Katrina.
Yeah, no one had Katrina. No one we knew had Katrina.
And I used to play Neo Nectar.
I have Katrina, technically, but my issue is so for mine's the Arsha build, and the build that they've got is the more popular one is the Cecilia Training Rose build. It's basically standard format, but with the Katrina Stride. There's not much to it. So the problem is that for me, I want to play Katrina, but I have my deck's a bit incomplete at the moment due to the fact that I had to sell some cards due to the fact they had to afford Cardiff.
Yes.
But like
enough said about that.
Yeah, but in my defense though, how I met Connor in particular is that I was playing Neo Nectar build with Rondi and Jamajuka, and I used to play Neo Nectar religiously, and I had the Arsha sleeves which I gave to you.
And he still has to this day.
Yeah, he still has to this very day. I even gave him the Dragon Shores to go with it. So I had that. I just like Neo Nectar. It seems like my play style.
But what build would you go for? Because I'd be doing the Arsha build.
I'll be doing the Katrina build that guy played pretty much.
Oh,
And
so
then,
Cecilia Chain Rose.
you know, the ones where you spam the plant tokens, you go Katrina. I need to do a bit more research.
Oh,
to be fair.
Token Rush.
Yeah, token rush. Yeah, listen,
Token Rush Katrina.
Token rush Katrina, and then you got that. What I didn't see on that other game that guy played. I played him against that hotel. Difference was we had a proper game. We was resource back and forth again, and like the grade 2 from the trial deck finally came out, and I got to see its strengths. It is really good. It justifies the price rise, especially for those foils. Some guy tried selling because he had one. Some guy goes, "Oh, I offer you 15 cash for it." He goes, and it was it
it was a foil, and he said I picked one for £3, and I was like, "What for a foil?" And he goes,
yeah, but he didn't know about the price rise.
And then basically, I said it was 25 at the moment. He goes, "We do it for 12."
Oof, no.
Yeah, it goes to 15. Even if you did it for 15, it's like, nah, you didn't want to do it because the card's just that good at the moment. It produces so many attacks. As with the build itself, I feel like I could be wrong here, but it's basically standard plus drives for the most part. apart from the trial deck one. And the deck's quite cheap, so I don't know if I want to get it as of yet. I might sell some of my SFGR melodies to get them. As for decks, actually, I got some Highlander bits, so I might be trying out Highlander for standard. As for you,
by the way, if you want Katrina bits, here's a little factor in Neko cards, which is I'm going to Australia, by the way, so expect some.
Expect a vlog from Connor about Nekos.
But basically, I'm going to be going down there, like, in the card shop. They've got this thing here where you can pay $1, right, and literally rave commons and stuff.
Oh,
and basically, you can get.
You can do that in London anyway.
You can, but you do it for free. But you have to put cards in.
Oh.
You see, here you just go $1 and you get anything. I can legit take the entire box if I wanted to.
Okay, but
I'm not a dick, so I can get you all in the commons and rares. And
okay, cool.
Alright, so final thoughts on the on the day. So.
What would you change?
Yeah, what would you change? What would you change?
Oh,
I was going to say that actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I wouldn't really change anything about the deck. It would be more of the.
You need to learn about it more.
I honestly need more experience with the deck. I mean, it runs perfectly fine. I just haven't got the experience to play with it. So if I was able to test more, I would have done better.
Cool. So,
I know that for a fact. That I wouldn't really change anything to do with the deck as it is now.
Added to the question that I just mentioned, you got to keep a CTB or not? And added to that as well, what's your opinion on your premium Tachi build? You said you want to do things with the Tachi.
Premium Tachi card.
That's pretty strong.
My God, it is a goddamn strong deck.
No, it's just because we had a game.
We had a game
at the hotel, right? And he's just there like playing. I'm going to describe this game, which was actually me piloting Tachi, and I'm not entirely that great.
Just not.
He's just there, and I decide, right, that I'm on grade 2 Mega Rex, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he runs to the breeze, I know this. And I pass turn, leaving at 1 damage, and I don't even drive check. And I won the game purely off first strike. So I went Nebros, hand, had 3 cards in hand. I did what was it? About 7 attacks. I just got a bunch of draw triggers, and I ended up just filtering so much of my deck that I just could not die. I had a 12 to 15 even.
He started with, when he dropped his board, he had a 3-card hand, and at the end of that turn he had a 12-card hand and it dealt me 3 damage. He actually went and he actually had a heal trigger, which means he dropped from 3 to 2.
Do you remember my turn 2? Do you remember my second Nebros?
Your second Nebros was even worse.
I use his skills to give the Diablo cannons to the engorge ability already. Yeah. And then basically I just went, so I went 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then like retired everything. I got 2 more columns. So it was, 6, 7, 8,
he had
9.
a full board with 2 XL markers, and he filled
I done 10 attacks that turn.
He filled it beforehand, and then he filled it again, meaning he had two full waves of like 10 attacks.
He
had 10 attacks in the
card hand as well.
15-card hand.
I
10
knocked
attacks.
myself to 3, and now I've got back to 15.
Yeah.
That deck is actually good, but only if it's piloted by a good player.
Yes.
I'm not saying I'm a good player, but
there's times where you don't go into it as well. I want to say something quickly about the Melody build the new Melody premium build. But I play tested it this morning, and my opinion on it, it's okay. While it is not as strong as Ange Trois, there is some unique traits to it. Because basically the Striders, you get a setup. What I did with him this morning was, I didn't tell you this yet, by the way. Yeah, just be very brief. So it's like, we had like speakers and cows in the back row, and the big much stride skill said you go top 10, you reveal cards. So that way I ended up with some god tier board. And
he ended up with some really good boards.
Yeah, and basically what happens is, I didn't realise till after the game, it filters triggers so much, so you have triggers all left in your deck, and you just go all your non-triggers, throw them on the board. You just go over on it. It can be kind of bricky, but I'll go more into detail another time with probably a deck profile.
Yeah,
I'll probably give it a try.
We'll give some deck profiles of like what we played.
What we ran today.
What's your opinion on the new Bermuda build quickly?
What Melody?
Yeah, Carol and
so. I like it for 2 reasons. One, because you get to run Kara, and I love Kara. But second reason is basically, so when you ride Kara, not only you get your force marker, but you also get to search. So
force 2, yeah, force 2 would be good too.
It sets you up to your Megalonica.
Strider. I never got to go
thing,
into that.
Which also sets for free striding, so that means if you don't ride orange, you've already got a free stride happening, which is nice. Which means, from where I think about it, if it allows you just to re-ride more to get out more force markers if you don't get orange, so it's got more potential.
You have to get Caro first though to do that.
Yeah, but however, I will say, Caro, one thing about it is also it gives you more extra options with Megado. If you end up not getting orange at all, orange is your way to set up your Nation Stride or Megado Stride, or Caro also allows you to
I also like to say that the Caro, the boosting, if you had triple Caro, that was I did in one of my games today, this morning as a full playtest. 15k booster added to the 13, that's 28. How much could you do speaker attacks with like force mark? You put force marker there, you go Lucilla, you go speaker, use a skill, okay, throw down another Lucilla, 5. You just keep going and you make huge lane, okay, I go Vanguard, big lane, like 60, 70. So it was like 10s, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's like Nova grappling, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
It was actually really.
And this guy couldn't guard it.
I could not guard it.
He had a 14 card hand, he couldn't guard it.
So final thoughts on
you.
the weekend.
So
Final thoughts on the weekend.
Wait, do you want to see what I'm going to change? Because
Yeah.
I want you guys to hear
What
this.
do you want to change?
I'm not playing Royal Paladin next time.
Really?
That's the problem.
I've decided.
Mr. Aichi Sendo, come on.
No.
I've decided. After today, after yesterday's tournament, it made me realise I've become so. I play Royal Paladin so much. I'm actually getting a little bit bored of playing the same thing. So I will play Royal Paladin and it will still be one of my favourite decks to always play. I either find a new build, like I'll play the Mean Blaster build or something stupid, or Blast Blade Seed build, maybe I can try and find a way to do that. But I'm going to move away from Alpha Turbo. I've been thinking about finishing off my Arsha Katrina build going on. I might play Ezel next time, but Ezel's quite boring to be honest. So I don't know, but I'm going to start playtesting more and starting to learn to play other different decks. I'm also building Loris now.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna give him some of the lower stuff when I get back home.
Yeah, I am also actually going into more variety in my decks as well.
Yeah. So he wants to build all the United Sanctuary decks first, I think you mentioned.
Yeah, which I probably will end up having half of them by the time I get back from the train.
Yeah, more than likely half of them. And then, like, you come back in a month's time, you've got like flipping 6. You've got all of them done already. So
I think
what the hell,
personally,
man?
as much as I think it's degenerate, I still think you'd be pretty good with OTT.
Yeah, I actually don't like OTT. I want to play Tsukuyomi though. Tsukuyomi is the only OTT deck I've been good with.
Or Shadows.
Yeah, Tsukuyomi is a deck you'll be good with, won't it?
Huh?
Tsukuyomi is a deck you'll be good with.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So
what would? Right. So what? Hold on. I will say this. With the way I am, if there's any decks you think I should try out or stuff like that, or any deck that I just want to try out things now because I've been too much of Royal Paladin for too long.
yeah.
I agree.
All right. Final thoughts on the weekend.
It was alright.
Shit. Day 1 shit. Day 2.
I'll do some quick final thoughts. Lost every dice roll. Got unlucky on. I think my unluckiest game was first because you need to win that first game, otherwise you just bubble out. Unlucky on both first games. First one, like a quick brief, would be GSS 3 times whiff, and the other one was okay, lose on time because the guy thought, oh, I'm gonna look at my watch, and I got triple triggers and can't do shit.
Yeah. I actually surprised myself because I broke even on day 1, and I just pushed myself way too hard for day 2, and basically because I tried too hard to win, which
he was overthinking his plays.
I was way overthinking my plays. I was trying too hard to win, which just made me lose.
Okay,
and then I won it.
Yeah.
I already told you this. You did well in premium. He did well in standard.
The thing is, though, I realised one thing is that I'm going to say this now.
Premium.
I'm going to say this now. Personally, I always thought as Matt as our best player.
Was.
Matt didn't do as good, and I really surprised myself.
It wasn't that I had bad matchups all day.
It was true, you did have bad. Yeah. I had the worst matchups too, though.
Yeah, but I had some really awful matchups that I had to choose. Standard is standard. I'm not going into that, but like premium is still like, well, I had all these like kryptonite matchups. I even craned it into about a mirror match, and I still won.
Yeah.
Anyway, thoughts on a venue quickly.
A venue was really good, actually. I mean, it was
Massive spatial area.
It was an unusual venue because it was a shop, bar, and
Yeah, pub,
and
loads
main
of tables.
venue.
You could even have a pint and play a team.
You could have a
Yeah, no,
pint
that
and play games, man. That is just like an awesome venue.
It was
I
massive
saw.
venue.
And
I saw them.
I will give major props to Firestorm for hosting this one. It was a brilliant, really well organised, tournament. Day
My-
1 and day 2.
So,
we can
Announcements were.
We can complain about one thing. Get better tables, Firestorm.
Oh yeah, because we had to,
yeah,
we had to yell.
Unfortunately, we were having. They had covered their Warhammer tables with boards so that the tournament could go on. And the thing with that is they were very large tables, so you
We had to yell across the table.
because you
No,
had to
God,
you literally had to raise your voice, kind of like all three
Yeah,
of
look
us
at
had
Lucian.
all three of us had
Oh, no,
quite
man.
kind of sore throats at the end of the day, on both days,
Yeah.
because the tables were so large you could hardly hear, and everyone's at these.
To be fair, there were small tables at some point.
There were small tables on the ends, but the main brunt of the tables were really
Yeah.
wide, so it was really hard to actually hear your opponent.
Anyway,
You
enough of
kind
that. One more thing I want to quickly mention. I want to say congrats to Solemn Vanguard's team for topping premium.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well done.
congratulations.
Well done
Mohammed.
to you
The
guys.
decks I have, I could be wrong here, but Solemn Vanguard was playing Luard, Mohammed, our friend. He was playing OTT, and Jacob, I think that's his name. I might have butchered it a little bit. He's playing Katrina.
Yeah.
He's playing Orange, right? I think he did well in Belgium and France. He's really good. He's a really good player. I thought we went. I'm not going to go too far in specifics, but yeah, congrats on them, and they
Yeah,
got
well
what
done.
they needed.
Well done, guys.
Can't
You
wait
really
to-
deserved it.
Yeah, can't wait to see their video.
And,
Okay.
nice meeting you, Solemn Vanguard, and sorry, Mohammed didn't get to beat you this time like I did at last year. So
Oh, speaking of thanks to people, I want to say thanks to two people real quickly. One to a guy called Jason Rose. He set him up with Twin Sword.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
those twins were brilliant.
yeah, and all the people we talked to who helped trade and set us up in solid trades. So I think
Solid,
that's
yeah,
well.
thanks, man.
Thanks to everyone that helped us out.
And there was one guy that helped me out with the rest of my Highland stuff actually, and he really wanted to meet me because I used to live in Oxford, and this guy used to live in Oxford, like Aberdeen actually, and his name was Bradley. And I was like, oh, we met up, we were sat down. I was like, yeah, oh, cool. And he had the same hobbies I did. I looked for his binder. He had like a lot of White Sports stuff that I thought I'd play and whatnot. Pretty good, really. And there was so many people I met this weekend.
That guy set me up with Loris as well. He got me.
set you up with Loris.
He got me. So I had enough for like one. So it was one card for like 3 Loris, and he even let me keep the sleeves in a double sleeve card, like pristine condition. So.
Yeah.
And then another guy messed me about a little bit.
Who else do you want to thank?
Yeah,
How about
yeah.
youngsters?
Any thanks that you want to give?
I'm actually going to give thank you to Tizard and Harry. I know like we had
Yeah, thanks for that.
Thanks.
PlayStation was good and all, but it's like those
Yeah,
matchups I didn't go into personally.
Yeah,
But the thing is,
we really do appreciate the
I
help, man.
spoke to Harry on the phone, but like if it wasn't for fighting Discard Turbo against him, then yeah, I would have actually probably have lost those matches, not knowing what to do. I also want to thank Tizard. Actually, Tizard's been pretty supportive and like just helping me against Luard as well, just explaining cards and like telling me like when to rush and helping with that. As well as I want to thank someone who annoys me sometimes, Shane, but like he taught me how to go against the wrestlers. I just like didn't know. I just didn't get good luck at all against them, against Mukuma, but he was actually really helping, and he also taught Matt an idea.
The mirror match with the Bermuda.
Yeah.
His variant was pretty much like it's very resource based. He likes that. It wasn't a counter charge. He has a grade 1 that he did. It wasn't a counter charger. It was the same grade 3 name as the one in your drop zone. You pretty much put it back to your deck. I think it's Spellino or whatever her name is. She's one of the new Primal Melody cards, and it's basically he played up. His strategy was a massive grind game. And to grind him out.
But
And
he did teach you that combo, so you know that was
Yeah.
a thing. As well,
he bubbled out actually because apparently he had the two Bens both lost their games, so Shane had to dip out.
oh,
Yeah,
right,
they,
yeah, I haven't heard
they
that.
had to drop.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to say thank you, Ben Ford, for being a scrub. No, but he actually also did really help me out with Discard Turbo as well. So that was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Any thanks you want to give, Mr.
Well, I mean, just a general thanks to everyone that's helped us out over the
You
past
sure
couple
it's
of
not
days.
2 people I know you want to thank?
Yeah,
Gotta be someone.
I mean, they've been watching the streams and like cheering us all on.
Do you want to say thank you to me for not having your phone on the ground? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you to Matt for saying
I am the MVP.
Yeah, the
man.
two people I do really want to thank for kind of like helping me out and just keeping my morale up is Mucky, thank you, and Amber, thanks.
Wow.
My God.
Yeah,
So Cheeseman.
Oh, come on. Shut up.
But they deserve it. They've been.
Yeah, they
keeping
really do deserve my thanks. I mean, if it weren't for them two, I wouldn't really be able to kind of keep myself going through this.
Yeah, motivation for us as
They've-
well.
they've
We
helped
kept you
me out.
motivated as well.
Yeah,
you know.
they've kept me motivated.
I've
like-
given you loads of food as well before the day. I bought you breakfast as well.
Yeah, I know that.
I had no breakfast. Well, by the way, on
Usually it's such good food.
by the way, also on standard day, I have to pull this out here. I did a
He
map.
didn't have breakfast.
Right, I hadn't had breakfast,
Oh,
and I only
slept
had
like
2 hours sleep.
Yeah.
I did a map.
Anyway, so with the thanks out of the way,
Yep.
Any last words, Mr. Team Leader?
Oh,
shut up now.
we need to get good because we're scrubs. No,
Yeah,
honestly,
I need to
God,
get better. 'Cause,
I think like
underestimate people.
next team league, all of us should go again. And honestly, this time we're not gonna just half-ass it. We're gonna learn the matchups better. Let's
Yeah.
focus on getting more decks. I'm actually gonna focus on proxying more, and we're gonna learn more about the game.
There should be some solos coming up from-
we need to keep our kind of like
Yeah.
our team.
I've got Australian team league coming up.
Yeah, also.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. And also there's some solos going on. I think it's like solo, just like last year actually. Dark Spear in London. I think it's like September time where you can do
Yeah.
the one-to-ones. So
Yeah.
there's that too.
So cheer me on for Australian team league, please. You'll never guess what I'm running, by the way. I'm running.
Keep it a secret.
No. I want to bring this out because it's going to kill me. I know it. But a mate of mine said that we have to run all Gizeh decks. So we're all trolling. So he's got a set of
Mine all
Gizeh.
Paladin decks
So
as
I'm
well.
running Blaster Gizeh.
Blaster geese.
So, you should have a Royal Paladin Gizeh, a Gold Paladin Gizeh, and a Shadow Paladin Gizeh.
That's what we got.
Oh wow!
We're called Team Paladin Gizeh.
Oh wow, that's
Team
brilliant.
Paladin
Well
geezer.
done, well done.
It's gonna meme so hard.
Yeah.
Which Blaster Gizeh? Is it Masonic Lord Blaster? I think I saw.
Yeah,
you
mine's
had it.
Masonic Lord Blaster. The Gold Paladin player is playing Liberator Gizeh using the
Nice.
Garmore Liberators, so
Oh,
we're
wow.
guaranteed to lose with that.
Liberated
Wow.
geezer.
And then we have typical anime Luard Gizeh.
Typically anime.
Typically anime. And
It's
well, I guess with that we need to sign off.
So
Yeah,
I thank you guys
fine.
for watching this hour-long video.
Yeah. So obviously this is going to be like a single video for this.
No, yeah, you'll see. Yes. I'm too lazy to edit.
Yeah.
But Matt, say thanks.
Yeah, thanks. I'll say some final words. I'll say the final outro as well. Yep, Team SoulForge pretty much signing out.
Yeah.
Remember, SPs are sexy and ciao.